Okay, Mets fans, come on in. It's all right. We're reasonable here. Just looking to talk some baseball, enjoying it for what it is. No hype, no hate, just some facts and thoughtful opinions in here. So let's go. Yeah, we kick off the second part of the season. Mets beginning with a series in Philly, coming off the All-Star game hype in the city, along with a smoke-filled sky floating in from the Canada wildfires. Adding that to the heat and humidity, the conditions caused the first game of the series to be moved up for an earlier start. Game one, once the game started, Christian Scott brought his own smoke to the game, lighting up the Phillies with 7 strikeouts and 5 2/3 innings. Francisco Alvarez also starting fires of his own, dropping 2 solo home runs in the game. Brett Baty added a solo shot of his own, all off Aaron Nola. The only runs allowed by the Mets came on a Trey Turner home run against Luke Weaver in the 8th inning. Phillies did threaten the score back in the 6th against Scott. Kyle Schwarber looked like he had hit a 2-out home run to tie the game at 1, but the ball hit the railing just above the wall in right field and bounced back onto the play for a double. But that was the last batter Scott would face. Raley came in after that, got into a small jam, but was able to get out of the inning unscathed. Looking at the stats for game one, see Mets win 4-1. Scott 5 2/3, 7 strikeouts, 3 hits, no walks. Raley, Brazoban, Williams got the save. Those guys combined for 2 1/3 innings pitched. The only blemish on the pitching was Luke Weaver giving up that home run to Turner. Alvarez on the night, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, also a walk. Baty, 2 for 4 to home run. Mets in total, 7 hits, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts. Friday was some weird scheduled off day, so the series continued on Saturday. Game 2, this one was all Phillies. Sean Manaea gave up a 2-run home run to Schwarber that definitely cleared the fence this time. Then also a home run to Trey Turner in the 5th. Manaea would allow another run after that and leave with 2 men on, bringing in Senga to relieve him. He issued a walk to load the bases, but no more runs allowed there. And then the next inning, Senga gave up a triple, 2 walks, and a single to score 2 runs, and to see his ERA on the season go all the way up to 8.85. So not quite a run per inning. Great job there. Although we're out of the race technically, this guy should really not pitch anymore, and it wouldn't be a surprise if it was announced that they designate him for assignment at some point, at any point really from here out. I suppose they don't want to just give up on him, but I mean, he's just terrible. Whether he's healthy or not, I don't know, but either DFA him or don't play anymore. I mean, they'd be eating the last year of his contract if they did, but I just really don't want to see this guy anymore. Anyway, Xzavion Curry pitched the final 2 innings for the Mets. Their only offense was a solo home run by Tyrone Taylor in the 2nd inning. So Mets lose this one 6-1. Manaea 4 2/3, 7 strikeouts, 4 earned runs against, including the 2 home runs. Senga 1 1/3 with 2 Ks, 2 earned runs on 3 hits and 3 walks. Xzavion Curry, the final 2 innings, not much offense in this one. Mets as a team, 3 hits, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts against Luzardo mostly. Taylor, 2 out of 3 with a home run. Ewing, 1 out of 3. So, split the first 2 games. Got Nolan McLean on the mound trying to take the series here. Nolan's trying to stay in the Rookie of the Year conversation with a strong finish to the season. This game will definitely help towards that. McLean went 6 strong innings in this one, allowing only 2 hits and 2 walks with 10 strikeouts. You got Bryce Harper twice, with the last one coming as his last batter of the game, where there were 2 runners on that ended the 6th inning. Francisco Lindor started off the scoring for New York with a 2-run home run in the first. Mets would score 3 more in the second against Alan Rangel with RBI double by Torrens, RBI single by Lindor, and a sac fly by Carson Bench. RBI single by Soto in the 6th would cap off the scoring, allowing the Mets to take a 6-0 lead at that point. A.J. Minter came on for McLean in the 7th. He allowed a home run to Alec Bohm, but the bullpen would shut them down after that, allowing the Mets to cruise to a 6-1 victory and winning 2 of 3 in the series. Mets are now 4-5 against the Phillies on the season. We only got a 4-game series in September left to play against them. That could be a nice chance to try and play some spoilers when it comes around. So you see Mets win 6-1, take the series 2 out of 3. McLean, as I mentioned, with the 6 innings pitched, 10 Ks, no runs, only 2 hits. Minter allowed the home run. Brazoban and Perez had an innings pitch each to end the game. Lindor, definitely the offensive star of the game, 3 for 3 with a double home run, 3 RBIs, and also 3 walks. Soto 2 for 5 with RBI and a run, RBI and a walk, should say. Torrens with 2 for 4 with the double, RBI, 2 runs scored. Mets now 42-58 on the season, at a pace for 68 wins. I'm gonna predict 70 wins at this point. Somehow, I think we're gonna get to 70. Have to play better than we have. Seems to be at mostly at full strength now, well, at least with our top guys. We'll see if we get Clay Holmes back and what the deal is with him, whether he's going to continue with us for the rest of the season. So, I'm going to stick with 70 wins at a minimum, I'm going to say, for us. I think we could do it. But anyway, back to the trade deadline picture. Got a chart here with the current standings in each league. Take a look at some teams I identified as buyers and sellers. We got a bunch of teams in the mix in both leagues. Highlighting the ones I think will be buyers to some extent, or at least be looking for upgrades for the rest of the season. Highlighted in green, we got 8 teams in the National League and 11 in the American League. Got Dodgers, Brewers, Braves, Cubs, Phillies. I think the Marlins will actually look to add something. Cardinals, Pirates, these guys are all fighting for the wild card spots. Arizona, I'm not sure with them. They can also go in that top group, but this yellow section is kind of like the up to them category. Padres, we'll see. They may even be sellers. Kind of a weird situation with them. Nationals, they're right in the mix. 4 games out. I don't know. I just don't see them really doing anything, at least anything significant. And in the American League, we got a whole lot of teams at least within 2.5 games of the wild card. Rays, Yankees, White Sox, Guardians, Rangers, Mariners, Twins, Red Sox, Astros, Orioles, Blue Jays. Blue Jays are 2.5 out, but I can't see them just giving up on the season. Tigers are kind of like right there too, but I mean, with the Skubal talk being, a big part of their whole entire season up to this point, I'm going to put them in that middle group where they could go either way and could make a really big move by unloading Skubal. So that leaves us with only 7 teams as clear sellers. As we know, the Mets are in this group. So, I mean, as far as actual players being moved to what team or however this is going to play out, I'm not really sure. I don't know like all the teams' needs in depth like that, so I'm not going to speak too much about it. All I know is there are a lot of teams in buy mode to some degree that the Mets can benefit from in moving some of the guys we discussed in some of the other videos, like Peralta, Minter, Raley, probably Tyrone Taylor, and then maybe even like a Luke Weaver. He's been talked about a lot. I mentioned my thoughts on that. I think I'd prefer to keep him. I mean, we're not going to trade him just to trade him, but he's pretty hot commodity at the moment. He can serve as a team's closer. So any of these guys that have closing issues, high leverage issues, I think he would be a great fit for that. It's just if they're looking to take on his salary again for next year, which is not crazy. It's like $12.5 million for basically a closer. So, yeah, we have a lot of options here for teams still trying to fight their way into the playoffs. Yeah, I can see us really taking advantage of that. The other guy, Lewis Robert, he has not come back to the Mets yet. I'm sure they're trying to get him a little bit of shine before the deadline just to show that he's healthy relatively and maybe spark some interest there. He has that team option attached to him for next year, so that could add some value to him that a team might want in need of some outfield help. I mean, really the only question mark with him is his health, although he was kind of struggling before he went out earlier this season. So yeah, that's how we're looking. As I said, Mets 42-58, way out of it. Really, I mean, we can look to play spoilers throughout the rest of the season. Try to go out with some pride. Get some of these rookies some experience. Maybe even a chase for the Rookie of the Year award. Like I said with McLean, he has a good shot if he can just keep going to the end of the season the way he has been here, and he can definitely do it. If not him, one of Benj or Ewan get really hot and have a good end into the season, they could make a run as well. I don't know all the contenders in National League. I know the guy with Cincinnati was talked about being like the top. Sal Stort currently has 806 OPS. I mean, 19 home runs. Nothing real crazy. According to WAR on Baseball Reference, he's at 1.5 already, and McLean is at 1.3 if they take WAR into consideration. So, I mean, McLean just keeps stacking up good performances, and that was even before today's game. So that's going to go up, and if he just keeps stacking quality performances up, he should he should be the front runner. I'm going to take a look to see some other guys that might be in the consideration come up with like a rookie of the year watch. But I mean, I think if McLean just keeps doing his thing, he's gonna take it. Well, that's all we really got for now. Take 2 out of 3 against the Phillies. Start a series in Milwaukee on Monday night. See if we can shock them a little bit. Obviously, we just threw our best 2 pitchers in this series, but we got interesting with Peralta facing the Brewers, going up against Mizorowski tomorrow night. That should be a brutal game to watch, I think, but we'll see. I mean, maybe we could surprise them. Next game of the series, we got Zach Thornton throwing against Brandon Sproat, so that's another interesting story. See how Thornton continues facing one of the guys we traded away for Peralta and Brandon Sproat. It's there's a lot of interesting stories coming up, even though our season is pretty much over as far as contention. And then Christian Scott will pitch again on, what would that be, Wednesday. So yeah, just say I'm going to keep following, keep putting up these series recaps, talking about things that are happening. Talk should start heating up in the next week or so about some moves to be made. So, that'll give us some things to talk about. And just following the progression of these young players. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let's go Mets.